If you like soy, if you like embarrassing, like getting things wrong, you're gonna love this, okay? Who's ready for a bit of soy? It's got nothing to do with it being about gay people. So then Hasan is like, soy, soy, oh look, soy. YouTube is looking into whether gay people exist or not. Soy, soy, soy. Unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I knew it would be something like this. Those of you that don't know, I was on this podcast recently, okay? So this podcast is called EFAP, or Every Frame a Pause. This is something of an arc that I guess I've been on. And going on this, I guess, was the kind of the top end, like the peak of the arc, okay? It's run by a guy called Mauler, co-hosts Fringy and Rags. Whilst I think they've kind of got different political perspectives, the EFAP podcast itself is more about normally looking at movies and writing and stuff like that. They're basically turbo nerds, okay? But for recently, they've been doing content around the Reactgate drama that happened on Twitch, particularly focusing on Hasan, and also responses to JX's video, okay? So I had a good time on there. I was on there for like 6 hours, which is pretty one of the longest times I've spent talking about one topic. But that's kind of what EFAP's all about, really. It's called Every Frame a Pause for obvious reasons. And I obviously was on there to talk about Hasan. And talk about Hasan, we did. And it was good banter, we had a good time. There's a whole bunch of videos about it that, you know, you can go and watch on my channel, okay? Now, since going on the show, okay, I was kind of browsing around on Twitter, and I can't remember exactly how I found out. But what I did find is this. I went to go and have a little look at what our favourite biggest political Twitch streamer was up to. And I found this. I found that Hasan's blocked me on Twitter. Wait, what? Bear in mind, I've not spoken about Hasan on Twitter for a long time. A little while. I think I might have referenced him at some point. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong on this. I think the last thing I did in speaking about Hasan was shared that clip of him kicking that person out of his chat and saying he wishes his life was miserable. And it could just be coincidence. It could be that it's just happened to coincide with the time that I went on EFAP. But I don't know. I'm not really sure what the reason is. But it's just kind of funny to me that he's blocked me. Presumably it's that. Could be just because I kind of talk about him and dunk on him a lot on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know the reason, okay? But at the very least, we know that he has, in a fit of rage, gone to my account and decided to block me. Now, I thought, why has he blocked me? And I figured I'd have a little look and see what I could find. And I managed to find this. So this was a response to Hasan. And this tweet we're going to be looking at as well, because that's quite a funny kind of extra element that I just want to discuss too. All right? My producer. Sorry, yes, my producer. Exactly. They made another 8-hour podcast about you. Hey, thanks for the raid, team. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. So, you know, obviously, they put an image of the podcast, right? And do you know what I think about this, right? These people that are like, oh my God, they made an 8-hour podcast about you. There's a couple of things, right? The first thing I think is, yeah, Hasan called it a kill stream, like, podcast, far-right podcast, or whatever he said about it, right? Yeah. Like, I think they're within their rights to respond to that, no? I think they're within their rights to go, hey, you called us a shitty thing, so we're going to come for you. And also, obviously, Jay is a regular guest on the show, and the hosts are kind of friends with Jay as well. So I'm a bit like, how can you complain about this? Hey, thanks for the bits, Revolt Rise.
The @Hosanna by block is one of my proudest, right after Bari Weissman but before Alessandro Mussolini.
And the other thing I think about it too is like, Listen, I am like, I used to be a bit like funny about criticizing people for long stuff, right? But we all make long content, okay? I stream for like 8-10 hours a day. Hasan streams for 8-10 hours a day. And there's times where Hasan will stream about things for hours upon hours upon hours. There was that time when Hasan recently was like popping off about Adam something to the point where like a couple of days later he was still bringing it up in reference. Like he was so mad about it. So it's like, yeah, we all engage in this where we make long content. It's such a weird criticism, you know? But yeah, I mean...
Welcome to Chud Nation.
Hey, Radical Leftist,
Radical
thanks for the
Leftist
sub.
Agenda gifted a tier 1 sub to catch a
Appreciate
butterfly.
you.
They have given 5 gift subs in the channel.
So, I don't know, it's kind of a bit like, yeah, okay, is that all you've got? Oh, they made a long show about you? Wow, that's some Dead Sea levels of salt there. It's like this complete ignorance to the fact that Hasan, you know, made this comment that they were like the kill stream. And people are just like, oh God, I can't believe. Yeah, if someone called me a far right kind of person, yeah. I'd probably just say, yeah, what of it, as a Giga Chad move. But also it's like, yeah, like, of course they're going to respond to that, you know? Jesus. Long men bad, chairman good. I can't seem to find it, but there was a comment that I saw somewhere where they said something like, "Oh, one of these people is a nonce," and I think they were talking about me. They were said like, "Oh, this person's a nonce," or if you believe what the internet has to say. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's the best guess that I've got. I don't normally, like, listen, I'm going to be real with you, okay? I don't normally post, like, blocks, okay? Generally speaking, I'm like, blocks are kind of like, you know, whatever. But for some reason, I felt the urge to this time. So I did, I did put the little block up on Twitter. I just thought it was funny. That, like, this fella blocked me. You know, because I've not really like spoken about it much on Twitter, so it must be from the EFAP thing or something someone's put on Twitter, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, pretty funny stuff. Hey Ken babe, thanks for the bits. Did you criticize Hasan? I mean, yeah, I have criticized Hasan. This was a fake, obviously. Look, this is Jude. I thought this was funny. You know Jude from chat. Jude's obviously quite a big Hasan fan. So they responded to me with this. I know how to fix this. Hear me out. Have you considered getting a little ink done? And I think that's the tattoo that Jude's got of Hasan. Jude is brain dead. I like Jude. Me and Jude get on. I always appreciate, you know. Look at this. Look. It'll fit perfectly in the northeast corner of the iron cross you already have there. From Rabid Wombat. That was really funny. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, it was good memes. Oh dear. Oh, no comment. No comment on that one. No comment. Why Destiny Orbiter? What did I do? EFAP appearance? I don't know. It's really funny. Like I didn't get any. Oh look, there's Jay. I didn't get any like Hasan fans really in the replies. Yeah, there's a couple of like EFAP fans I think in the replies. There's more of there. But yeah, I don't know. Just kind of weird. Kind of weird how like I didn't really get many Hasan people, you know, complaining. Anyway, listen. What's this?
Like, he was so fucking close. And, of course, once again, as always, there was, like, a bunch of spoiler parties that are supposedly leftist, but, of course, no coalition could be formed amongst these supposedly leftist parties that also ran against him. And literally, like, even one of those spoiler leftist parties, even if they full-blown, pushed Mélenchon, they could have fucking, they could have absolutely clapped Marie Le Pen's ass cheeks. And here's the reality: when that happens,
I like that meme.
when that happens, okay, leftist infighting is not a meme, okay? This is not a meme. This is not leftist infighting. This is deliberately organized spoiler parties to effectively remove any kind of like semblance
God.
of a social democratic left from power, okay? That's it. That is straight up what this is. It's not because leftists like infight. Oh, this is just like BreadTube, Pog. Like he was so fucking.
The biggest political streamer, everyone. The biggest political streamer. Jesus. Okay, right. I've got another little gem for you here, okay? I've got another little... Listen. I've got an absolute gem for you, okay? If you like soy, if you like embarrassing, like getting things wrong and stuff like that, etc., you're going to love this, okay? Who's ready for a bit of soy? Right. So, the other day, I've got to obviously go through other means because he's blocked me, unfortunately. So in order to show you the content so that I can make my content, okay, I need to go around it, right? So, Hasan shared this screenshot on YouTube, on Twitter of YouTube, emailing him, right? Come on YouTube, this is a wild thing to demonetize, okay? And it's got limited or no ads remain on your video. Dear conservatives, gay people exist, okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Before Hasan blocked me, I saw this tweet. And I came close to quote tweeting it. And I was going to say, this seems like, I don't think this is what they're saying it is. It's probably like it's been like some other reason. Maybe he was responding to a video or something like that. And the homophobia or whatever was in that. And that's why YouTube have chosen not to monetize the video, right? So... I didn't bother though. I was like, it seemed like nitpicking, right? It seemed like nitpicking. But I've got to be honest with you, reading through the replies to this tweet was painful, okay? Because people don't understand how it works. They don't understand how YouTube works, right? And clearly Hasan doesn't either because he was feeding into this. But if you look at the responses, right? People are like, you know, YouTube homophobia arc, censorship, look, memes about being gay. Don't you love companies who pretend to be pro-LGBT every year in June and then they still try to get people talking about LGBT topics to remain quiet? And it goes on like this, okay? The memes are there. You know, YouTube right now, YouTube. You get the idea, okay? They're basically all going on and on and on and on. And on about how YouTube are like apparently homophobic or something, I guess, is the point they're trying to make. Or, you know, that's, you know, they're trying to say YouTube is censoring this because it's about gay people. Okay? So, here's the thing, right? The reason this didn't make sense to me, okay? The reason this didn't make sense to me is because I thought YouTube is like hyper progressive these days, okay? They are super progressive. They're as progressive as they've ever been, okay? They will crack down super hard on certain forms of like hate speech and stuff like that. They'll kick people off the platform if they don't follow the line, you know, and so on. So YouTube are very good when it comes to like progressive TOS and progressive moderation, okay? So I looked at this and I was like, yeah, this seems like bullshit, okay? This just seems like soy. Oh, look at YouTube. I'm censoring the gays, okay? And it goes on and on and on. You get the idea, okay? You said gay, what do you expect and all this stuff, all right? Now, Hasan decided to further signal boost this because YouTube responded and said, we're looking into this and we'll get back to you. Okay? So then Hasan is like, soy, oh look, soy, YouTube is looking into whether gay people exist or not. Soy. Like, just again demonstrating that he clearly hasn't got a fucking clue about how YouTube monetization works, okay? Which is hardly a surprise, let's be honest. Because he's always tried to get lackeys to deal with his YouTube, okay? He's always got lackeys to go and deal with his YouTube affairs. So he probably hasn't got a single fucking idea how any of it works, all right? Because obviously this doesn't mean that YouTube are looking into whether gay people exist, right? They're looking into why the video was demonetized, okay? Guess I'll cease to exist, you know. all this stuff. You get the idea. Very important research, you know. Screams in gay. Some of these are just memes, but some of them are obviously taken a bit more seriously. You get the idea, okay? Anyway. So YouTube responded the first time. YouTube have responded a further time as well. And I've got it in this tab here. And I'll bring it up in just a sec, okay? But as I suspected when I first saw this, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. It's embarrassing because such a big deal has been made out of it. But the explanation is just so simple and it makes absolutely perfect sense, okay? So you ready for this? Are you ready for this? We've checked internally and confirmed that you're receiving limited ads because of the profanity used in the video. It's got nothing to do with it being about gay people. It's because Hasan swore too much in the video and his editor didn't bleep it out. So it's nothing to do with the title or the content or anything like that. It is just because he swore too much covering it and his editor, you know, is so stupid and so incompetent he didn't bleep it out. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I knew it would be something like this. I knew it would be something along these lines, right? Because there's absolutely no way that YouTube are going to try and demonetize something in today's day and age, you know, just for being about gay people, okay? How funny is that? We've confirmed that you've received limited ads because of the profanity used in the video. If you want to, you can edit them and reapply for full monetization. Details here. I think YouTube needs to be more specific. YouTube's pretty good. Like, they won't necessarily tell you exactly where and what it is. But YouTube's pretty good. Me and DK have been working, you know, together with YouTube system, and it's going pretty well. As long as you're smart about it, and as long as you're editing things correctly, generally they'll be able to monetize. You'll be able to monetize quite a lot. The Stardust panel I was on with that Beardson guy, when he was saying all the yikes stuff about LGBT issues, and also the Mr. Girl panel that I was on the other night, both of those got monetized. Both of those got, like, fully monetized. So I think YouTube have got, like, some leniency and they're able to look at things in a fair way, generally speaking. But obviously, you know, if you've got extreme profanity, you know, like the C word, the M word, the F word, other hateful slurs, like I say, it could be that there's other content that he was showing that had these slurs in. I'm not exactly sure. You know, moderate profanity. And the thing is as well with swearing, is all you need to do when you're editing it is bleep it out. It literally is that simple. If you bleep out the words, YouTube will monetize it. Easy peasy. This is actually the easiest thing to resolve. Right? This is the easiest thing to resolve because when you're editing, you just need to do your due diligence and make sure that you censor swear words as relevant. So, you know, I don't really know what else YouTube can say to you unless you want the exact, like, you know, oh, at 2 minutes 37, you said this word. I don't know if YouTube have got the, you know, ability with their system to be that specific about it. I mean, it would be nice. It would be better. But to be honest with you, yeah, this is like the easiest thing of all to fix, you know? So, yeah. It's just funny how everyone was sawing out so hard about this. And it's something so simple. It's just bleep the swear words and you'll be laughing. I don't know how long the video was. I've not, because I was going to watch it. I was thinking about watching it on stream because I wanted to do the whole, like, is this because it's about gay people or is there another reason that he got censored? But yeah. Cope and seethe. What do you mean? Like, you know, yes, advertisers are going to have some words that they're going to say, yeah, we don't want this associated with our brand. So, you know, yeah, that's like, I don't know. I'm like, ideally, yeah, we could do away with that sort of sensitivity, but I don't know. It just seems so easy to fix, you know? What? You might. These people are fucking insane. You might want to consider the PR ramifications of this specific moment in political discourse. What do you mean? The video had swear words in it that weren't censored. What are you talking about? That's just like how YouTube are. Fucking hell. No shot you're defending this one. Ratio. Look at this one. Meaning you put gay in the hateful slurs category. What? No. No, gay is not a hateful slur in the YouTube monetization. I would wager that there's either excessive swearing to YouTube standards at least, or some other word or slur that's been uttered in the video, maybe not by Hasan but with someone else. Look at this. What's the profanity used? Transgender rights are human rights. Hey! Look, he still claimed demonetization is to do with the gays, so we won't take down for attention. Even though his family are Turkish and we know where that's going. What the fuck does that mean? That sounds a bit racist. Anyway. Profanity like gay. Have these people watched the video? I've not watched it. But I can 100% assure you, I know from experience, the word gay is not a trigger for YouTube's monetization, okay? Does YouTube have a... This is the guidelines. These are the guidelines. It doesn't get any more specific than this. These are the guidelines. Look. But the problem is, if you're worried, you can just censor anything. Just censor every single word if you have to. You know, if you're a professional editor... I mean, I don't even know how to censor a word editing a video. But if you're a professional editor, it would take literally seconds. It takes literally seconds to bleep a swear word. So, like, I don't know. It's like just censor all of them. Like, you know, moderate profanity is okay anyway. Moderate profanity in the titles or thumbnails. You know, this. You know, moderate profanity refers to words like bitch, shit, and asshole. Strong profanity refers to words like D word or F word. I don't know. This is about as specific as it gets. Like, this is actually really good. Like, this is actually quite clear in terms of what is permitted and what isn't permitted. So, yeah. I mean, I've never really had any problems with it. I think that sometimes a video might go up and, you know, you don't realise and it ends up getting triggered by the profanity filter. But at that point, you just go, oh, well, we fucked up, you know. Pointless to re-edit it. Just move on to the next video. So, yeah. Just quite funny how it's sort of like... How people are acting like it's some sort of... Like YouTube have committed some sort of hate crime because they're saying, hey, please don't swear in our videos, and if you do, just censor them out and it'll be fine. Jesus Christ. Anyway, there we go, folks. Then you should turn ads off for this video so your broken guidelines can make sense. This person's a fucking idiot. I even think that there's a provision that says if it's like a music video, it's more acceptable. Is it here? Look. Occasional use of profanity, such as in music videos. People are so fucking stupid. I tell you what, we need a complete and total shutdown on laymen talking about big tech policies until we can figure out what the hell is going on, okay? You should at least have to fucking read what it is before you're able to comment on it, okay? Because these people haven't got a fucking clue. They think gay is going to be censored by YouTube or something. There was actually an issue with some of these words triggering certain policies at YouTube a few years ago. But I mean, today, like 2022, that's in the past now. You know, it is well beyond that now. You know, YouTube is one of the most progressive platforms on the entire planet. So yeah, in terms of their policies, obviously there's a variety of political content, but their policies are pretty lenient towards the progressive side. Yeah, Infinite Jest, that's true, but that caused a big controversy, and that's been resolved, as far as I understand. So, yeah. But the thing is like I just think it's incredibly irresponsible to like this is just misinformation. This is complete fucking misinformation that Hasan is spreading to make it seem like YouTube are engaging in some sort of like hate crime for just saying, yeah, your video's got swearing in, so we can't put adverts by them. You know?